and welcome back to my channel. A big thank you to everybody who has subscribed. If you have not subscribed, please do so that you'll get a notification each time I upload a new video. In my last video, I had just joined the Kenya Polytechnic. Kenya Polytechnic has since been upgraded and it's today known as the Kenya Polytechnic University College. It is situated along Haile Selassie Avenue in Nairobi, Kenya. One of the subjects that I studied at the Kenya Polytechnic was shorthand. Shorthand is an abbreviated symbolic writing method that increases speed of writing compared to longhand. This process is also known as stenography. There was a shorthand textbook that had all the symbols, and the idea was for you to try and remember as many symbols as you could. In order to increase your speed, there were daily drills whereby the lecturer would come, read out a passage, and all you had to do was try and remember most of what she was reading to you, and at a very high speed. And the more words you remembered, the higher your speed was. And at the end of the course, you would be examined on how many words you're able to remember from a passage. So the grading was, you had the minimum, I think, was 80 words per minute, followed by 100 words per minute. And there were people who were very good in shorthand, and I believe could take dictation up to 120 words per minute. That was very, very fast. Same thing with typing. In my previous video, I did ask if there's anybody out there who ever used a typewriter. I learned typing on a manual typewriter, and the way to increase your speed, from day one you were advised not to look at the keyboard. So you placed your fingers on the buttons and strictly looked at the manuscript. And because you had been drilled from day one, as time went by, you knew what button to touch when you are looking at the manuscript. And that's a very valuable skill I still hold up to now. Many times people have commented on how fast my typing speed is, and it was as a result of that training on a manual typewriter, not looking at the keyboard at all. Most employers were looking for copy typists, secretaries and administrators with very high typing speeds. So the higher typing and shorthand speed you had, the more marketable you were during our times. I still ask this question: how many people ever did shorthand as a course at one point in their life? So my days at the Kenya Polytechnic were memorable. My circle of friends increased, and one of the highlights of the Kenya Polytechnic was lunchtime. And as you're all aware, as students, you were on a very tight budget. I'll never forget how we would go from one cheap shop to another, comparing the prices and the quantity. The quantity really mattered. We wanted a place where we could get real value for our money. So if we discovered a new chip shop has opened somewhere that serves more chips, that would become like our favorite spot for lunchtime. The kind of lunch we had as students, I would say, was just the most affordable you could get. It could be a drink, a bag of chips, some sausages, and if you felt like treating yourself, maybe once in a while you could have chips and chicken. I was still living with my aunt and uncle in Parklands, and to get to college I commuted using public transport, matatus. And in Parklands, I think they were serviced by Matatu 118 and 119. There was also a bus to all the way from town to Wangige. So I would either take a bus or a matatu from Parklands or Jijo Road and alight at the Old Nation Center. From there, I would walk to the Kenya Polytechnic. Part of the training included students going on attachment, And do you remember my friend, the very good friend who facilitated me joining Kenya Polytechnic? We were still in contact, and at one point I did mention to her that I was due to go for an attachment, and she said she knew of a non-governmental organization that took in students for attachment, and she kindly introduced me to one of the bosses at that non-governmental organization based at Wilson Airport, and they agreed that when I was due for attachment, I could go there. My time for attachment came, and I went to that non-governmental organization, and as you can see now at the non-governmental organization, my network is increasing. I made more friends there, and I gained a lot of work experience. The non-governmental organization were very good to me, and they said each time I was on holiday, I was welcome to go there, gain my work experience. And one of the things that really impressed me was they did provide you with what is known as travel allowance, and this way I started having some extra income which I would use for personal needs. In case I needed something, I was able to afford without having to ask either my parents or my aunt and uncle. So now you can see I've started earning some sort of money from my attachment. Now that I had started going out for attachment, this indicated that I was coming close to the end of my course at the Kenya Polytechnic. Join me in my next video to find out what happens to me when I go out there in the real world, where there is no mom, no dad, no relatives, and will I fit in the society? Will I take my place in the society? Will I be able to apply all the knowledge and all the nurturing that my family has given to me? I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.